So, greetings from the eccentric man, and it's another Cruel Seas. Here's what I've got painted up so far. I've got the S-boats, I've got one S100 there with the Dazzle camo, and then got three 38s, and then I've got three of the early Vospers, and then two of the later Vospers. The later ones have the 4 torpedoes. No, we're going to be playing with these tonight. I'm playing Colin, one of my friends. You probably know he's the one from Bolt Action with the Japanese and the French. And we're going to try out Cruel Seas. It's his first game, so looking forward to see what he feels about it. And at the end of the video, we're going to discuss what we think about the gameplay and Colin's initial thoughts on the game. So, I got myself a 6x4 cloth. It's denim, so that's going to be my sea. And we put a few islands out and a few rocky outcrops, and that's going to take us into the game. So sit back and enjoy some Cruel Seas. Greetings from the eccentric man, and we're trying a Cruel Seas game. It's the scenario 1, so the British have got to get the Vospers back from patrol past the German S100 boat, which is lurking over in this corner next to the large lighthouse. Yep. Beer glass. Indeed. So Colin's first game, probably my second. So we're going to have a little start to see how it goes. We've got our little board set up, some islands and a bit of rocky bits in the sea. Got to paint that one up. But yeah, that's how it's going to be. It's scenario 1, and it's get 2 Vospers off through and safe to their home port. So we'll see how it runs. The Vospers I'm using is the Vosper 2, and they've got 40 hull points. And the S100 has got 65?
65, yeah.
65?
Yeah.
Yeah, 65 because it's the armoured. Gun-wise, the S100 we're using just from the chart has got a 37 at the front, 37 at the back?
No, twin 20s.
Twin 20s at the back, and twin 20 in the middle.
And it's got a machine gun. No, one machine gun.
And one machine gun.
Right.
So that's quite a lot. And the little Vosper has got 2 machine guns, I think, and twin 20mm at the front.
Actually, Kenny's actually got 20mm in the middle, not
yep.
machine gun.
20mm in the middle as well.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's got a bit, hasn't it?
Mm.
So we'll see how these fare. First game up, and we'll see it. We have both bought the Navy fleet, so I've got the US Navy fleet, and Colin's gone for the Japanese Navy fleet, yeah. As we do play those ones every now and again in Bolt Action. So that should be fun. Doing a bit of island hopping for the Japanese and a bit of island hopping for the US, and we might even be able to link it into our Bolt Action games.
I think so.
Which could be fun.
Yep.
So, fairly quick first turn. Moving out at combat speed, and I have in fact moved it up to full speed. So we're moving at full speed across the channel there. Mm-hmm. Colin has moved out his S100 at full speed as well, but he has got bigger guns to outrange me. So we'll see how we go. Dice is back into the bag and coming out for turn 2, and I've zapped one of the Vospers up the side channel here to go behind the little island. Colin has reduced to combat speed, hoping that I'm going to come in range, perhaps, and get shot at. And I've dropped down to combat speed and moved my ship, my little boat, out to avoid hitting the island. So that was turn 2. I decided not to give a shot at Colin with my 20 mils, because I've only got 50 range, and Colin's not very good on centimetres. No. So I thought I won't give him an advantage. So I've decided not to shoot. So he's going to have to work out what centimetres are. Oh dear. That's so sad, isn't it? Yep, so on to turn 3. So we're just working out moves and speeds and turns. Excuse me. Yep, so Colin slowed to slow speed to take a shot at the Vospers, and he needed a 2 to hit the Vosper at long range, and missed. That was with his 37mm, so that put a plume of water. And then the 20mm fired at the other Vosper, needing 2s again, but failed. So my last dice out was the Vosper here in the middle, and took a shot at the S100. Got a hit, only because I needed 4s, because Colin was slow, and he's not a small ship. So that was quite good. And I did 10 points of damage. So that takes him down from 65 to 55. Still quite a bit there. So into turn 4. So dice out was the first. Dice out was for the Vosper on the left, and he dived up between the little island and the headland, or the stack. Call them stacks, isn't it? So the stack and the headland, and took a shot at the back of the S100, and did critical hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, you did critical hit. You knocked me in now.
I did about
Down to a third.
yeah,
Third the speed.
probably about, what was it, about 16 or 17 points of damage, and a critical hit, which caused an engine problem. And then the S-boat was able to take some shots at the second Vosper, but missed. Because, although he was stationary, needed a 4 and failed to get any. And then the Vospers dived up, missed with its 20mm, but hit once with its machine gun, with one of the machine guns. So the hull points now for the S100
is at 35.
35. Oh, I could sink it.
Yeah.
Could sink it.
Yeah, you could.
But yeah, going into turn 5. So the two Vospers have used their speed to get past the islands, and unfortunately the S-boat missed again, needing 2s, even though Colin was stationary with it and just turned on the water. They still needed 2s to hit, and the Vospers have snuck through. So they should be off this turn. So 2 dice out, straight away was the Vospers, and that takes them off the table, leaving the S100 stranded. So Colin's first game, again, just learning things, isn't it, really? On what things do and what things don't do. And I say, I've played it once through properly. And it's just things that you need to work out and think about. So obviously it's pretty hard to hit things in this game.
I didn't realise it was as hard as it is. It really is.
It is hard to hit things.
I should have just stayed there. I would have just stayed in the corner and stopped, stationary.
Yeah.
And just wait for you.
Yeah.
That's all I could do.
Wait in ambush sort of thing.
I thought the theory behind it was I've got a longer range.
Yeah.
Therefore, come out and get that advantage. Just a couple of shots before you come in. I didn't realise it's awful to hit.
Very quick.
Yeah, and with that,
the speeds, isn't it? Really?
With that, well, my boat's faster than yours.
Yeah.
But it's because your objective is to get off the table.
Yeah.
So you could do it by firing no shots at all, and going out, and hoping I miss.
Yeah.
Which is probably what the Vospers are all about.
I think that's probably it. Yeah.
It's a dice game again.
It is a dice game.
But it is the chances of taking out a boat with one volley is very, very low.
It is. It is.
Even if I hit the firepower on that is 4 times the firepower of these boats.
Yep.
But if you need 2s and 3s to hit,
it's a percentage of game, isn't it? Really.
Well, as you saw there, I didn't even hit at all. No. And I'm firing three lots of shots on possibly the MGs if it gets close.
Yeah.
So, difficult. And you did a lot more damage on mine only because you hit.
That was it, yeah.
You hit about 3 times, didn't you?
Yeah, managed to hit and then that does the damage.
But it still didn't take it down. It took it down to halfway, but you hit it 3 times.
Yep.
So, you could afford to take... I think the boats are fairly tough. I think they're a bit too strong, to be honest, overall, aren't they? Bearing in mind how hard it is to hit, the chances are the scenarios that is get your boats off or salvage this and get off is probably going to be the main thing of it. Yeah. It's not destroying the boats. Because yours were half the hull points, weren't they? Yeah,
40 hull points, so a third, I suppose, of the S100. Yeah. Interesting, but yeah, it's. I think it's things to learn, isn't it? It's the shooting range, and you've probably got to get in pretty close. You've got to be point blank. You've got to be stationary virtually if you could, because to get anything above a 6 on this list here, I think it's going to be exceedingly hard. If you were point blank, standing still, firing at a medium-sized vehicle, or boat-like vehicle. Yeah. Yeah. What would you be on? If the best you could have, stationary, right in front of someone, point blank. Well, you'd have your 5. I suppose you'd be up to 7. Yeah. Stationary, you'd be up to 8. Yeah.
and that's it. It's the best you can get.
Yeah, probably about 8, isn't it?
It's an 8. It's the best you could have. On average, 3 to 4. Isn't it? Pretty much.
Yeah.
And if you're going full tilt, 2s.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, there is. I think there's going to be a little strategy, isn't there, for thinking about how the boats work and fire.
Yes, I think there's a lot of it. Also, the other thing, it's like all thing with boats, it keeps moving.
Yeah, that is it.
No, I don't want to go. Oh God, I've gone past the island.
It's the inertia, isn't it?
Yes,
it's the inertia of moving that you just can't stop.
No,
dead.
No.
And the bigger the ship, the more difficult the inertia is for it to stop.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously a smaller ship is more manoeuvrable.
Yeah.
It always is.
Yeah.
So I can see if you had a bigger ship, like one of these destroyers.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Or the huge great thing I've got in the Imperial Japanese fleet, you're going...
Yeah, your minesweeper thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to take like 3 miles to slow down.
Yeah, it's going to be that way, isn't it?
It's going to have its points. I think the main thing for this game, I think it's going to be good, is linking it with bolt action.
Yeah, that's the key thing, is trying to work out how to do that. We're going to have to put our minds to that, I think. Yeah,
the thought of doing, as we said, Japanese against the US.
Yeah, I mean, you have 4 landing craft. If you get 2 ahead, if you get two to land, then that could be 1,000 points, couldn't it?
You could do something like that, couldn't we?
Yeah. So it's working out. So if you take some out, then
it wouldn't be as cruel to say, "Oh, look, you lost your tank one. There you go. You got your vehicles, boy."
Yeah. Well, did that landing craft have taken it? Oh dear. How sad. Yeah. So there is thoughts on that, isn't it? To work it all the way across that way.
I fancy that. That appeals to me actually. Yeah. It's got its place, this game, hasn't it?
Yes, I think so.
It's not going to take the place of bolt action. It's a good little scenario. It's a good little skirmish game.
Yeah,
I think. I'm not going to get blown away by it, but it's different. It's just a different angle, isn't it?
It is a different angle, yeah.
I think, as we said before, this is a bit harsh. I think to hit it is extreme.
Well, this is it. I mean, because when you read the background and the writing of it, the scenarios took place at night at sea.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And it is difficult to hit, but you can upgrade some of the ships with range gun directors and radar.
Okay.
And certainly in the more advanced ones, you can lay smoke down.
Oh, I've seen that because it's got it here, obscurity, hasn't it?
Yeah, so you can lay smoke down, and if you've got radar, your guns can fire through the radar.
Okay.
But the opponent can't.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you've got fire director and, like you say, with the 3 plumes on target, that sort of stuff. Visibility obscured. Oh, it's going to be the smoke. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
And it's like depth charges as well. Whereas where I went past your stern so close in that one, if we were running depth charges, I could have dropped a depth charge.
Oh, okay.
And that has a different way of firing. If you roll a 1, it's like 10d6.
Oh, wow.
If it's 2,
right,
it's 9. If it's 8, it's 3. Well, no, sorry, it's going down from 10, so it goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Because the depth charges detonated at variable depths, and you weren't sure what depth it was going to go at. So, there's a bit of randomness in the depth charge firing.
Oh, that's quite good.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah.
Just fire it off from the back and... Yeah.
Yeah, that's how... Well, we'll wrap this one up and then we'll have a look and see if we can do another little game. Try a different one.
I think so.
Well, that was an interesting first scenario from the book, and we obviously put it on a 6x4 table, and I think the scenario should have been played on the mat that came in the box in the starter set, because if I'd only gone 5 turns, I wouldn't have actually got off the table. So we made it up to 6 turns, and I just about managed to get off at the end of the 6th turn. And in the scenario, it's supposed to be ending on the 5th turn. So that was a little change to it. We then played the rescue mission, scenario 3, afterwards. Colin had the S-boats and he took 3 S-38s, and I had the 4 Vospers. as the defender, and Colin was the attacker, and I had to get my ship to the stricken one. It's the same scenarios I played in the previous video, battle report. Colin was talking about not being able to do damage because of the shooting. Interesting game the second game was. One of the Vospers that there, you can see the S-38 actually decimated this in 2 turns. It came around the little island, and because it was close, got to close range, really did take off the hull points very quickly. So you got to get up close and nasty in this. So yeah, it certainly can put the damage on. But in one of the other turns of shooting, one of the Vospers took a shot at one of the S-38s and did 25 points of damage just with the dice rolls, and then got an exceptional and hit the torpedo on the S-38. Colin failed his skill check on a 5+. Was it 4+? Could have been a 4+ for that. For the yeah, I think it's 4+ for the to see if you can save against the exceptional hit, and it's a 5+ skill check for the other effects. So yeah, failed to save it, and then I rolled 8d6. It was 8d6 for a torpedo that gets hit on this ship. So 8d6, and it took the S-38 from that round of shooting took them from 55 down to 3. So you had 3 hull points left, and I couldn't get rid of the 3 hull points throughout to the end of the game, which then caused me trouble because he was able to put a lot of damage on my rescue Vosper. You can just see the rescue Vosper closing in on the stricken ship in this picture. I managed to get the crew off, but in the next turn, 2 of the S-38s sent my Vosper to the bottom of the sea. So Colin did get his revenge in the second game. So yeah, thoughts? Yeah, it is fun. It's pretty quick. We got 2 games in. We probably started about 2:30 and finished around about 5:30. Colin was eating his dinner, and we were chatting about different things. So you can get a couple of games in quite happily in that time. So yeah, nice little game for a bit of speedy fun. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Put any comments down on the bottom, and I always reply. Share if you think your friends will like it, and thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. Until the next time, take care.